Hey guys, what's going on? It is Chris here. Hope all you guys are having a very, very good weekend. Yeah, anyway, today we got a pretty good slate of games here. We got seven of them here for the main slate. Obviously, we got the two early ones. We do have a couple injuries, obviously, with Giannis, Brogdon as well. Jordan is continuing to be out as well. So, we got a couple injuries to talk about, but for the most part, it's not too bad. Also, yeah, Tyler Johnson is out. That messes some stuff up as well. So, overall, if you're looking at it, definitely not too bad. The lowest total on the main slate is 204. That's that Miami Charlotte game. But for the most part, these totals are looking pretty good, and they're looking pretty close for the most part. Besides that Memphis New Orleans game, that's a 9 spread. But obviously, the main one there is Houston and Golden State at 234. Definitely going to want a lot of those guys in your cash games. And then, like I said, most of these are very close, 215 and then the 212. So should be a very good night. Hopefully, you guys did pretty good last night. Once again, last night was kind of weird. Couple guys didn't show up, so it's just a little weird. But anyway, like I said, new night tonight, and some pretty good tournaments as well here for Saturday. So definitely get in on your NBA today because tomorrow's slate I don't think it's too big because of the NFL going on. So yeah, let's definitely get into it. Before we do that, PGA is $10 per slate. You will receive two lineups for FanDuel, and our PGA right now is straight annihilating. I'm winning $5,000 right now so far on PGA. Obviously, there's still 2 days left, but definitely annihilating right now. NBA is only $40 per month. You guys all know that. 3 to 4 lineups per day for the main slate. To get in on our lineups, go to our website at knamafia.net. We'll have step-by-step instructions for you guys to get signed up. And then also, as normal, you will have to have a Twitter to access our lineup. So without further ado, let's definitely get into it. So we got Miami and Charlotte. We got a 204 Memphis and New Orleans. Sorry about that. 210 and New Orleans by 9. So as we know, Memphis, man, they're banged up right now. Gasol, he did come back, didn't play that good after his illness. You got Davis and Cousins as normal. I don't mind those guys. I think they'll be at lower ownership in a half-decent matchup. Memphis defense isn't bad, but I'm not really afraid of them. The thing I'm afraid of is obviously the spread there. So that is kind of up to you. I'd rather have Davis and Cousins because Gasol is obviously a lot better defender than JaMychal Green is, but that is up to you who you want to go there. One guy I really don't mind, and I think he's going to be half decently popular here today, is Dillon Brooks. Usually don't like picking him, but the last 3 games he's been looking pretty good here. Obviously, that's with a lot of injuries going on, but even with Gasol coming back last night against Sacramento, he still got you 32-6. So I don't mind Brooks. He's one of those guys that has to rely on his shooting. So if his shooting's not on, you're in trouble. But, he has a very favorable matchup here against New Orleans. So, if these Parsons and Ennis, both those guys are announced out again, Brooks is definitely going to be a very good spot for you. Evans is Evans. I think you got to put him in here. I think kind of another guy that will be very low owned, but I think can get you around 39 to 40 here is Mr. Jrue Holiday. Last time he faced Memphis, kind of average 36-2. So I don't mind it. I think this slate, honestly, is going to be kind of a low-scoring slate. I mean, obviously, you got that Golden State game, but I think you got to take who you can. So Holiday, I think, really low ownership might get you, like I said, 35 to 40. Evans is going to be popular, but I don't mind him. Had a down game last time, but not looking too bad there. And then Harrison Chalmers, it's up to you if you want to mess with those guys. So I'm looking at maybe some Evans, Holiday, maybe in some tournaments there. Brooks, don't mind him. Like I said, hopefully starting. If Ennis or Parsons, I haven't looked at their injuries, but if for some reason one or both of them play, I don't really like Brooks. Brooks does a lot better when there's injuries, so he gets more usage. Davis Cousins, like I said, that's up to you if you really need to spend that much. Not the best matchup for him, but I guess if you had to pick maybe Davis over Cousins, and then maybe give Marc Gasol maybe a shot, really low ownership because he's been sick and not doing too crazy good. Maybe he sneaks and gets you 45 or 50 in this one. So maybe 1, maybe 2, not the craziest game I'm literally looking at. So moving on, we got Miami and Charlotte, another low total, 204 in Charlotte by 5. So as I told you just a little bit ago, Tyler Johnson is probably not going to be playing in this game. So obviously that helps Ellington quite a bit. Dragic, he's just been so here recently. Maybe Johnson out again. He steps it up, but he's been average here. 21 against Milwaukee, not good, and a really easy matchup against Brooklyn. He sucked with a 29-8. So maybe he gets you 33, 34, 7,500. That is a little much. Maybe go Walker. Yes, Dragic is a very good defender. Ellington, I think he'll be popular here. With Johnson being out, might maybe get you 22, 23 at max. Yeah, last time Charlotte played, they I forgot who they played, but they blew them out. So a lot of the starters really didn't play much. Josh Richardson, I think you have to have him in there though. Every time there's injuries, he always steps it up. So he's been doing very good as normal. His minutes are looking pretty good as well. Winslow's just coming back from injury. I haven't picked him, and he's playing big minutes, but he's not doing anything. Michael Kidd, he had a good game. That's up to you. Johnson just straight sucked last night. I had him. He just sucked really bad. 17-8. Just pissed me off. He was really popular, so you probably had him as well. I don't really want to mess with those bigs there. Hassan Whiteside price definitely skyrocketed, but, man, is he playing a lot better. I don't mind putting him in there. Usually not popular, but, man, 59-51, he's been straight fire. Not too afraid of Howard's defense. Those two definitely should go at it, so I think that should be a good matchup. Maybe Howard in a GPP. Obviously not the best matchup against Whiteside, but Howard's been straight fire. So I really do like Whiteside here. I really like Josh Richardson for sure. Maybe give Ellington a look. Maybe give Dragic a look. But for the most part, I'm really looking at some Richardson and maybe some Hassan Whiteside. All right, moving on. We have Milwaukee and Philadelphia. We got a 210 total and Philly by 6. As we know, Brogdon and Giannis are officially out. Giannis is going to miss a couple games here. So let me go look. Right away, Bledsoe, he'll be very popular if you want to put him in there. I don't mind McConnell, another maybe GPP guy here. Since Brogdon is out, he's not going to start, but he'll get a couple more minutes. Is Dellavedova. He might get you 23, 24 minutes, maybe 18, 19 fantasy points. He's only 3,500. So if you want to get a couple of those Golden State Houston guys in there, maybe just punt with him and hope he does half decent for you. Don't mind Middleton, another guy very popular. Snell is going to be very popular as well. Should get the start here. Last game, he didn't do too bad. Had 20.4 for 3,700. So, yeah, I'd probably put in Mr. Snell. Who knows? Maybe Sean Kilpatrick plays a little bit minutes. I don't know how Kidd is going to do with his rotations there. He's actually not even playing. So I guess Snell's going to be the main, more popular guy. Dellavedova, GPP option only. He's only going to get you 18 or 19, so keep that in mind. Covington, he's been popping up. A lot of people have been talking about him, but, man, he's just been trash. He's playing huge minutes, but this guy is just terrible. Who knows? Maybe he gets you 25, 26 here, but he's just been very unreliable. Simmons, Sarge. I'd go Sarge over Simmons. Simmons has been terrible. Another guy that's been popping up a lot of people like, and I do like him as well, is Mr. John Henson. He's not really an offensive guy. Might get you a double-double here, maybe 23 to 25. Don't expect too much, but, 50, 200. I'd personally probably go Sarge, but Henson should be half decently popular here. And then we got Joel Embiid. He should definitely do very good here. In this one, Thon Maker should play a couple more minutes as well. He hasn't been playing, but obviously with Giannis being out, I think they're going to have to start Thon Maker. So maybe punt with him. But Embiid, he'll be very popular. I think he's in a good spot here. Sarge, don't mind him. Henson, don't mind him. Covington, that's up to you if you think he's going to break out, but he's been terrible. Middleton, obviously a cash option. Snell, I think he'll be a cash option as well. Eric Bledsoe, I'd like him, and then I don't mind some McConnell, and then I said and a deep GPP only, maybe Dellavedova, maybe get you 18, 19, but that's only if you just need to straight punt that position. All right, so, yeah, a couple in that one. Moving on, we got Golden State and Houston. Man, 234 total here, and we got Golden State by 3. So I am definitely going to be watching this one. Just one of those games. It's a cash game, so pick and choose you want. You got Paul, you got Curry, Harden, Thompson, Gordon, just all these guys. Yeah, Harden, he might be on minute restriction, but I think they might play him a little bit more here. Durant, put him in there. I think, did they get 1 or 2 game suspension? Let me look. Has been suspended for 2 games. Okay, so he's going to be out. So once again, maybe go some Tucker there. He'll probably get the start. If not, then he'll get a lot more minutes here. Has 17-8, nothing too much, but if you get someone that's 4,100 in the starting lineup in a very high scoring game, he should get you 23-24. Draymond, he wasn't on the injury report. So definitely keep an eye on that. Iguodala was, but Draymond was not on the injury report, but he's still, I think, game time decision. So keep an eye on that. If for some reason Draymond's announced out, David West, I think he's in a half-decent spot, obviously with Bell being out as well. Anderson might get you 23, maybe 24 here. Luka Richard-Mayamute is a small forward, power forward option there. He played 32 minutes against Minnesota. Probably pick Mayamute over Tucker. It's up to you. Plus, Mayamute is a lot better defensive player. Well, Tucker's not bad, but Mayamute is a pretty good defensive player. So, yeah, I'd probably go Mayamute over Tucker if you had the pick. I think Capella should have a good one here. Maybe put in Zaza if you just want to punt that position. He might get you 16 or 17. So, looking at Capella for sure. Mayamute, not bad. If Green plays, I don't mind him. It's a shoulder injury. Maybe put him in there. It's up to you. And then, obviously, like I said, everyone else is just self-explanatory. So, yeah, pick and choose who you want in that one. Obviously, going to want a lot in that one. All right, moving on. Toronto and Minnesota. We got a 215 in Minnesota by 4. So, surprisingly, actually a pretty high total here for Toronto. Usually they're not too high of a total there. So, anyway, you got Lowry, you got Jeff Teague. Lowry, he's been up and down. He hasn't been too crazy since his comeback from that injury. Mid-30s, so if you maybe want to go that way, I don't mind it. Should be at low ownership. Maybe Teague, not the best matchup, but maybe 30-33. DeRozan, they did play last night against San Antonio. 8,400, that's pretty respectable here. 40.4 against San Antonio. I think you can put him in there at low ownership. Klay Thompson, Harden, those guys should definitely take up the ownership there. Maybe Wiggins, maybe 23-24, really hard matchup. Butler, I think he can get you 40-45. I do like that total, though. That's the thing. They're expecting it to be a half-decent game here. So I don't mind putting in Butler. As I said, if you don't want to go Golden State game, this is a half-decent game to get some stars at relatively low ownership. Don't mind Ibaka, maybe Gibson. Cat, don't mind him. Jonas Valanciunas, one of those guys that gets you 18 and then goes off and gets you 30. So 39, 28 in his last 2. Playing big minutes again, as I tell you, this guy his minutes are always up and down. I think they're going to need him here against Carl Anthony. So 5,500, 30 points. Shoot, I'll take that. So maybe look at Towns, Valanciunas, maybe some Butler there. DeRozan maybe, and maybe some Lowry. So, like I said, that's a 215 total. It doesn't seem like it should be. I honestly think it'll be a little bit lower. Minnesota doesn't play the fastest, and Toronto doesn't either. So, I don't know. I'm a little skeptical about that 215. It might be a 209, maybe 210. But if you think it's going to be 215, shoot, maybe load up a couple on that game. All right, moving on. We got Clippers in Utah, 212, and Utah only by 1. Should be a good one here. So, Rivers hasn't played in a while. Let me go look at his stats here. Status. Okay, so he's going to hopefully he's going to be out. We'll see. Anyway, Rubio, he's been stepping up, 5,300. I don't mind him. Theodosic, maybe 28-30. Lou Williams, he's been slowing down a little bit. Donovan Mitchell, I really do like him. I saw that Rodney Hood was on the injury report, but on FanDuel it says he's not. Let me go look here on Fantasy Labs. Let me go look here. Yeah, he's questionable. So, I thought I wasn't seeing something. So anyway, if Hood's out, maybe Burks is in there. He hasn't played at all. But yeah, really love Mitchell in this matchup here. Ingles has been crap. Wesley Johnson, another guy that I keep telling you guys about. He's obviously not that good of a player, but man, this guy's getting big minutes, and he's been doing half decent here. 22, 40, and 25. A little bit harder matchup here, but still should get you around 23 to 25. at relatively low ownership. He might be a little bit more popular than I think, but definitely don't mind putting him in there. Yeah, Griffin, I don't mind him. Obviously not the best matchup, but once again, low ownership. I think you can get him in there. Montrezl Harrell, I like him, but 6,200, that's a little much. He's very productive in his minutes, but not the best matchup here against Utah. And then Rudy, that's up to you if you want to touch him. Had a really good night last night, but he's been out for a very long time. So they could rest him tonight, or he could just play maybe 18 to 19 minutes. So I don't know if I really want to touch him. Like I said, he's been out for a long, long, long time. So I don't think Quinn Snyder is going to play him too many minutes on a back-to-back. Like I said, I wouldn't be surprised if Gobert gets announced out. And if for some reason he does, definitely look at Favors for sure. When Rudy's back, Favors, he just drops into usage. So definitely keep an eye on that. And then Jordan is out again. So, but yeah, don't mind some Griffin, maybe a little bit. Lower ownership for sure. Favors only if Rudy gets announced out for some reason. Like I said, it is a back-to-back, so maybe he gets announced out or limited minutes. Yeah, definitely don't mind some Wesley Johnson. Don't mind Mitchell. And I said if Hood's out for some reason, maybe Burks. Or if they don't do that, maybe I don't know who's going to start, Joe Johnson, but I'm not really going to touch those guys. And then, like I said, don't mind some Rubio at all. So, yeah, a couple from that one. It's 212, not too bad for a Utah game, so it should be a half-decent game there. And last but not least, we got Dallas and Portland. 209 and Portland by 5. All right, so as normal, we got Lillard, don't mind him. Smith, don't mind him. Yogi Ferrell, don't mind him if J.J. Barea is out. Shooting guard, don't mind. So McCollum, Wes Matthews coming back to Portland. Maybe get you 23-24. Harrison Barnes, really love him tonight. Don't care for Turner too much. Al-Freaking Minu, maybe 22-23. He's half decent, one of those guys that has a good game and then he doesn't have a good game. So 29 and 30 in his last two. Yeah, maybe put him in there. Like I said, every time I pick him, I picked him against Houston and obviously Minnesota, so that's why I just feel like he sucks. But that's just because I pick him on the bad days. But besides that, he's been half decent. So another guy, low ownership, half decent matchup here against Dallas. Maybe put him in there. And then maybe a little bit of Nurkic. But, yeah, I'm looking at maybe some Lillard, Smith, and Farrell, depending on Barea. And don't mind McCollum, Wesley Matthews, like I said, coming back to Portland. Loves to shoot that three ball. But Portland has a really good defense, though. But out of everyone, Harrison Barnes, I think you can put him in for Dallas for sure. Then maybe look at Al-Freaking Minu. All right, so let's go look at the draft dashboard. Haven't picked that up yet. Anyway, these are all the top players for today for the main slate. We got Kevin Durant, obviously number one, Joel Embiid, Evans, looking pretty good, Middleton. Rudy, he's up there, but as I told you, I'm a little scared about that that back-to-back. And then obviously, as you see there, Hood injured, Iguodala, I don't think he's going to play there. Jermichael Green has a good matchup, but it's up to you. It's up to you if you want to go that way, maybe 23, 24 points. I really like Capella, Mitchell, and I mentioned Brooks as well. Lillard, told you maybe Anderson, maybe 2023. Clay, he's hot as well. Richardson, Marc Gasol in a GPP. Rubio, Luka Rich, and Mayamunte, I did mention him. I didn't pick Nene, but maybe put him in there. So just a list of players. So overall, I mean, if you're looking at it, it's looking pretty good. There's a lot of really good overall rankings. So yeah, should be a pretty good game here. So anyway, let's try and get a lineup. If not, just as much as I can. So I really love Paul in this matchup. I really do. I picked Paul over Curry if I was you. Let's go. I really like Bledsoe. Now we're gonna go a little bit cheap here, save some salary. We're gonna go Middleton. And we're going to go Snell. That's already 3 Milwaukee guys, though. Do like Richardson. Man, there's a lot of pretty good options out there today. I think you can maybe go Aminu. I guess Henson. Like I said, I'm just plugging in plugging in people. This is definitely not a final lineup. And then maybe some Joel Embiid there. Small forward, you only had 4,600. So, yeah, it's going to take a little bit, but there obviously is some pretty good options. So we got Paul, love him. Curry, I don't mind him. Obviously, he's going up against Paul, but I don't think that's going to matter much. But Paul for sure is my number one. Dragic, maybe put him in there. Bledsoe, he's going to be very popular, as I told you. Don't mind Smith. Don't mind some Yogi Ferrell there. Don't mind Rubio either. Shooting guard. Harden, that's up to you. I'm probably going to go Evans and Middleton combo if that's the way I was going to go. Gordon looking pretty good as well, though. And then I told you Ellington, and then you got Tony Snell down there. Durant, that's up to you. Obviously, got to put him in there. If you want to fade Durant for some weird reason, you can put in Jimmy Butler at lower ownership. Harrison Barnes, Josh Richardson, love both of those guys at mid-range. I told you about Wesley Johnson. I really don't mind him. Dylan Brooks also down there as well. Power forward, I'm looking maybe a little bit of Griffin. I really don't mind Aminu maybe. Henson, very popular. Green, really high on the rating, so maybe put him in there. Luka Richamaya-Mute, as I told you, probably get the start again, and really don't mind Mute. Center position, Joel Embiid, probably pick him over Cousins. If you don't have the money for center, which you may not tonight because of stacking everyone else, Capella, I like him as a mid-range. Maybe take a shot with Nene. Like I said, he hasn't played in a while. Randomly played last game because of suspension. So maybe he comes in, gets you 20, 23 points at 3,800. Like I said, you are getting exposure to that Houston and Golden State game, so don't mind that. But that's probably the lowest to go. I guess you do have Thonmaker. I don't know how much you can expect from him, but like I said, Giannis and Brogdon are out, so that might help Maker a little bit. Obviously, Brogdon's a shooting guard, and Giannis small forward, power forward. But I think that's going to help out Maker a little bit. So maybe if you just want to punt, maybe 18, 19, and definitely get in Durant, some of those other guys. So that is it, guys. Looking like a pretty good slate. Like I said, we've got 7 of them here for the main slate. I'm definitely liking this one here. As normal, PGA, $10 for the slate that starts every Thursday. And it ends on Sunday, so it's a 4-game slate there. NBA, $40 per month, 3 to 4 lineups per day for the main slate. You will have to have a Twitter to access our lineups to get in on them. Definitely check out our website there. We will also have our website in the comment section. Just click on it and get you all set up. So that is it. Like I said, should be a good one. A lot of these totals are looking good. We got a couple injuries. Like I said, definitely keep an eye on Green if he's going to play. Rodney Hood, keep an eye on him. Johnson, I think he's going to be announced out there for Miami. So, yeah, definitely, a couple injuries, nothing too much. So, definitely keep an eye on that. So, yeah, should be a good one. Hope all you guys have a good Saturday. And definitely enjoy watching some football here on Sunday. So, that is it, guys. We'll see you guys probably on Monday.